Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cleveland Browns. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Come on, set, 90, Wolf.
Drop deep, drop deep.
Five.
Throwing on first down. Lucas. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the gun, Lucas. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Ready up.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the safety creep.
Ready.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. On the stop was Aaron Donald. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Ready, ready. 10 Lobo.
Here we go, T. Here I come. Here I come.
To throw on second down, Lucas. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Operating from the gun, Lucas. This is the tight end, Njoku. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb, and running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively.
Second and 10 at the Jaguars' 32-yard line.
50, plant.
Come on, the ball.
Hey, wahoo.
56, the mark.
Looking to throw on second down. Lucas. It's caught by OBJ. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. From the gun, Lucas trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. The 40, the 30, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but if the ball's in the air, they treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Browns take over.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
25-yard line.
Set, ready.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well. And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins. And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
To throw on 3rd down, Lucas. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 31-yard line. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. On first down. Lucas. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. On the run, this is Hilliard. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here.
Come on,
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Now.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Defense.
Operating from the gun. Lucas. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Ready, set.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
To throw on 2nd down. Lucas will let it go deep for Beckham. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. These 2 teams all tied after 1.
With the score tied 7-7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up. Switch.
They'll look to throw here. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Browns drive about to get started. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Now here's a throw, and that's Taywan Taylor with it. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Lucas. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. It's a big play there for the Browns. 43 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. A run for Nick Chubb. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
We go! 50, plant.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Get it.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Looking to throw. Lucas. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
At their own 37-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brandon, after last week, we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance. Rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
2nd and 4. The open man is Westbrook. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Wait. Tell me the ending. Let's go. I got it. Kill. Jump. Shit. Check 99.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
7. First down, Jaguars.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Check 50. Watch twist.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Calm the crowds.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
2nd and 3. He completes it to Westbrook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 19.
A gain of 12. And the Jaguar first down.
Let's go now. 6-yard. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Check. Let's go. Come on. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
The Browns take over.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Intended for Odell Beckham. Incomplete. Buda Baker there on the coverage.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Operating from the gun. Lucas. Got an open man. It's Ratley. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This quarterback now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Here we go. 60 outlaw.
On 1st and 10, Lucas. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A final shot before break. Lucas, he's going to take a shot at the end zone, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Buda Baker with a pick, and he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
They're on 26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now.
51 to Mike, boy, 51. Not today, you want. Not today. Show it, Trey. Over. Flare.
Second and 9 now. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Now back to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. DeMarcus Lawrence make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That's be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lucas. That's out to Chubb, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Meanwhile, here, a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play.
On the ready.
So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long. Back to throw. Lucas, he'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown of the night, and the Browns have retaken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines, but the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
That's trash. That's trash. 44, Mike, 44. Watch the clear. Switch.
2nd and 1. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
3rd and 10.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
And the blitz does come. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard, and while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
All day, dog. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Check it out, read. Slam, slam.
He'll look to throw. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Check 43. Set, check 4.
Back to throw here. The open man is Shark. It's complete. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Jacksonville.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Here we go. Wide, get wide. Slam.
2nd and 6. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 16.
Westbrook. A gain of 21 yards. First down, Jaguars.
Let's go. Henry. He's tired of you. He's tired of us. Check it back. Check. Crunch. Sponge. No.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And a broken tackle could not free him. Taken down right at the 10-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down.
At the 10-yard line.
On the set. 53 at the mic. You. Check. Lucky. Alert 3. 22, check, cover. 22, check, cover.
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette, his second TD of the game and 18th of the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and that will get him one closer.
23, Jaguars 21. Josh Lambeau to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive,
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
all you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
53, come on. 53, check 53. Watch the run, watch the run. Let's go, let's go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his throw here's incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminate it.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And it's third down.
The Jaguars on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll drop the throw. Caught here by Conley. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Fournette. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Fournette. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys are able to regain the lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And that one results in 35 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They'll try the draw now with Chubb, and this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also 4th down.
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Lucas. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are.
Hatchet. Neutral, focus. No. Shoot up.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll set them back 5.
Let's go.
The delay of game backs them up 5, 1st and 15.
Rep.
Fournette running right. Fournette fighting through. Oh, and now some space to operate. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check 52. Take the edge. Come. 25. Check 25.
Rotate.
This is Fournette. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Easy work, and it's coming again.
Williams on the tackle.
A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for the Jags, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day.